Welcome to Coffee Chat on Tuesday. I hope you have your coffee and you're ready to sit down and learn some stuff. Today we're going to talk about mindful and healthy late night snacking, right? So, ideally, you don't have anything to snack on for the benefit of your digestion, the benefit of your inflammation, the benefit of your sleep, which benefits those other things, after about or within the 2 hour window before you go to bed. So, some people will be like, nothing to eat after 7, nothing to eat after 6, nothing to eat after 8. If you go to bed at 8:30 or 9, then you really need to not have anything before 6:30 or 7, right? So, I want to do reframe a few things for you, as well as give you some ideas, right? Because sometimes it's just not possible not to have something to eat late at night. So, first things first, if I'm just popping into your newsfeed, I'm Audrey Christie. I'm a functional and integrative nurse nutritionist and energy medicine practitioner, and I help women start their very own autoimmune revolution, kicking chronic symptoms, kicking chronic illness to the curb, and ultimately achieving healing. So, let's talk about snacking at night, right? So, sometimes a late night snack is something that you need, right? Again, ideally, you are eating dinner 2 hours minimum before you are putting your head on the pillow, right? So around here, we eat dinner between 5 and 6, sometimes a little bit later. And there are 2 nights a week where one of my kids has rock climbing practice, and the other kid has, well, they both have horseback riding on another night. So there are 2 nights a week where we're out till 7:30 or 8. Now, for us, we generally just eat dinner a little bit later and try to postpone so we'll have a lighter snack before practice and then have a very light dinner after practice at 7:30. The trouble comes in when we have a late night event, and I know a lot of you are struggling with that too, because I got a lot of questions last week in my live, not my live video Q&A, but in my office hours in the wellness circle about, what can we have for late night practices if we're not getting home until 8 or 9 or 10, which unfortunately is the case for a lot of families these days. So most snack foods, right? If you're buying prepackaged snack foods, those are one, habit forming. So it could lead to, I really feel like I need to have this granola bar that looks healthy but isn't, every night before bed. Not to mention it's not helping improve your sleep. It's not helping improve your digestion. It's actually countering all of those things. But there are a few things that you can eat in the evening that will help ease your digestion. They will continue to allow you to sleep. So they'll prevent that blood sugar spike that sends you sitting straight up in bed at 2 a.m. And it happens to kids too. And it will make sure that you don't start your day the next day just ravished. Okay. So one of my favorites is apple or banana or both with a nut or seed butter, right? So it sets you up for a really great night's sleep by having a banana or apple slices with almond butter or any other nut seed butter, really. Bananas are really rich in an amino acid called L-tryptophan. So this little amino acid actually gets converted into melatonin, which is a hormone that's responsible for giving us good quality sleep. Peanuts, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds also contain high levels of that very same amino acid, right? So the butters from nuts and seeds are really great choices. Almonds also contain high levels of magnesium, which are an essential mineral that helps you relax and fall asleep even easier. So, riddle me this. The very best combination for this is a date. And if you don't have any organic pitted dates, they're really inexpensive. They last a long time. But you take one date, slice it in half, and I might do a demo video of this because it's just so good. And they look like little, what did my daughter call them, little cockroaches or something. They're not appetizing, which is why I'm not like Instagramming, this beautiful dessert, because it's really not. But it tastes like a Snickers, okay? So you take a medjool date that's already pitted, cut it in half, put a scoop of almond butter in there or peanut butter, sprinkle a little pink Himalayan salt on it, and I like to put a pecan or a pistachio on top. That's totally optional. And then eat one of those roughly an hour before bed. So if we're out super late, then our go-to choices are an apple with peanut butter or almond butter, nut butter, banana with nut butter, or one of these dates. And almost every night after dinner, I have one of these dates. because it has all the things. It balances the blood sugar, chock full of magnesium, chock full of L-tryptophan, all of those amino acids that help you produce melatonin to fall asleep easier and stay asleep longer. My second suggestion is almond milk yogurt with some berries. Now, if you are doing almond all the things, right? I'm hardcore against dairy, not for the animal's sake, but that's a thing too, right? But I'm actually hardcore against dairy because of the inflammation that it causes. Everyone has some sort of mucus reaction to dairy. So if you're having seasonal allergies or any routine nasal drainage, if you kind of have that phlegm in your throat in the morning, then you have a dairy intolerance or sensitivity. I've actually never met anyone that doesn't. And granted, a lot of the people I meet are already facing some kind of chronic issue, but if you're taking daily Zyrtec or even daily Prilosec for acid reflux, you have a dairy problem. Okay. But almond milk. So what can happen though, if you replace all of your dairy products with almond milk products, you can actually develop an almond allergy, right? Diversity is key here. So if you're not drinking almond milk and eating all the things almond, then use some almond milk yogurt. If not, you can use oat milk yogurt or coconut milk yogurt. Put some berries on top, but you just pair plain unsweetened yogurt with your favorite berries. It's very sweet. It's low glycemic index, so low sugar, which means you're not going to have that blood sugar spike in the middle of the night. It has protein in it, so it'll help keep you satiated, keep you full before falling asleep. And you can also take some frozen berries and just heat them up in a saucepan and they'll burst. And then when you stir these warmed berries into your yogurt, the whole yogurt will be flavored with the taste of the berries. And so you can do all of it without the added sugars that store-bought flavored yogurt contains, right? Now, do you have to do the extra step? Absolutely not. But berries are very low sugar. They don't contain very many calories, and they can really sweeten up your late night treat if it's still too tart, because depending on, you've probably all gone to the store and had like some pretty tart berries, right? But you can sweeten it up even more with a teaspoon of raw honey or pure maple syrup. Another one of my favorites, and you've probably seen this recipe posted here before, is roasted chickpeas, right? Roasted chickpeas are so good. They are so delicious and so crunchy, and you can do a variety of things to them. So I'll try to find that post and add it back here. But spicy chili flakes, you can do cinnamon, you can even do some nice raw coconut sugar, and they're really good even with just a little bit of salt. All you have to do is rinse a can of chickpeas, pat them dry, and put them in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes. Then you just put them in a little airtight container, and you have a crunchy, healthy, salty, whatever snack to grab on the go. They have tons of protein, lots of fiber, and a lot fewer calories than roasted nuts. And then my fourth and last one is nice cream. So I know a lot of people in my personal life and as well as professionally that reach for a tub of ice cream to satisfy those late night sugar cravings, right? So you can make nice cream from bananas, and it only contains bananas, right? It's just a healthier alternative ice cream with way less junk, and you can flavor it any way you like. If you like chocolate, add some raw cacao powder. If you like berries, you can blend berries in it. If you like pina colada, you can add coconut and pineapple, or dark chocolate chips if you like chocolate chip ice cream. All you have to do is freeze your bananas, which I don't know about y'all, but at my house, I buy, a mess load of bananas and they're gone in 24 hours. And then I buy the next mess load of bananas and they sit on the counter until they turn brown. So then we peel them, stick them in a freezer bag, and put them in the freezer. And then we use them for things like smoothies, but also nice cream. So you just blend up those frozen bananas, or if you have one of those countertop ice cream makers, you can also do it from raw bananas or not frozen bananas in about 25 minutes. Blend them up. If it doesn't get to the right consistency, you can add a splash of coconut milk, oat milk, or almond milk to kind of make it that creamy consistency. Throw your toppings in, give it one more little pulse, and you're done. So I would love to know what's your typical late night snack, and I would be happy to healthify it for you. Two last tricks, right, is to consider ingredient prepping. And I've said this before, but it makes it a whole lot easier to eat in a mindful and healthy way if you are prepared. So when we come in from the grocery store in the next day or two, because I usually grocery shop towards the weekend, we take all the vegetables out and we chop and prep them. One, it prevents food waste, right? It prevents our chickens from eating a whole lot of our organic veggies. Two, it makes sure that the inside of our refrigerator looks like a salad bar. Because if it's easy for you to just grab healthy snacks, then it makes it so much easier to make the right choices. And if you leave your food packaged, it gets to looking like soggy and unappetizing really, really fast, right? So I encourage you to ingredient prep, even if you don't meal prep, ingredient prep as soon as you get back from the grocery store. The second thing is to, anytime you make something, make enough for leftovers. The only time I don't make enough for leftovers is if I'm trying a new recipe and I'm really not sure it's going to work. So it really, really helps if you're already cooking to either double or 1.5 the portion sizes. So you can leave some leftovers for another meal, a late night snack like we're talking about. It makes it more convenient. It cuts down on food prepping. It cuts down on wasted ingredients and all of that sort of thing. And you don't even have to make the whole meal. If you're making something with rice, make double the batch of rice, right? And that saves you time on either end. So I hope you guys found this helpful. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know, what is your typical go-to snack? Let me know and I'll come back and tell you how to make it a more mindful and healthy choice. I hope all of you that are so busy in this season of life find some time and space to take care of you and to leave your world however you found it just a little bit better than how you woke up this morning. Be well.